ones who run into danger. When everybody else runs away. Firefighter, police officer, military. This is for the brave. Honor, strength, bravery, courage. Sirens in the night, red lights in the dark. Running through the flames with a fearless heart. Boots hit the ground when the call comes through. Somebody needs help, so they coming through. Badge on the chest, duty in their eyes. Standing on the line, where the danger lies. Every single day they put fear aside, so another family can sleep tonight. When the world feels like it's breaking down, they're the ones who stand their ground. Military standing strong where the battle where. Police on the streets keeping peace alive. Firefighters running where the flames ignite, holding back the chaos every night. Every uniform carries sacrifice. Every family knows the heavy price, but they still stand tall when the moment calls. Ready when the sirens start to cry. When the world feels like it's falling apart, they're the ones who guard our hearts. Toward the light, honor in their hearts, strength in their soul, bravery when the pressure grows, courage when the story's told. When the world is standing still, they're the ones with iron will. Honor, strength, bravery, courage, that's the heroes of the
So I just wanted to play that real quick. That was our song to our heroes as far as ICE, firefighter, police, Homeland Security, everybody else that the liberal left hates. I just wanted to do a quick pop-up stream. The link is in the chat if anybody wants to come up. There was a request for people to come up. Also, hold on real quick. Stop the damn presses. I forgot. I forget a lot of stuff. My moderator will tell you I forget a lot of shit. Damn, man. All right, let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. So I got a hat today. Of course, it's got the Orthodox logo on it. This is like the fatigue hat, and also what came in the mail was it Orthodoxy Strong shirt. It's a pretty badass, and he actually got my size. It's like a 2X. So I got a couple requests. What did I say? Is Mountain Standard Time the most irrelevant time zone in America? Apparently, yeah. I mean, but it's crazy. I was on Threads, which is an offshoot of Instagram, and let me bring this on the screen real quick because that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to cover a little bit of this because there has to be some type of content, but also it's not really about the content tonight. Go ahead and see if I could just do that. That's fine. I've been on Threads all week, and I posted something crazy. So Professor Mike and me may join forces in a debate. It just depends on what's going on. Professor Mike is an orthodox debater, and he tells liberals often, if you guys want to debate, let's do it. I have the same spirit, to be honest with you. I'll debate anybody. So needless to say, me and Jake Var are going to be debating a guy named, I forgot what his freaking name is. Me and Jake are going to be live in the trenches debating on a liberal, what is it, a social democrat platform. All scumbags, if you ask me, to be honest with you. The guy is what is he? You might as well be homosexual anyways. He's a bisexual, openly admitted Democrat socialist. I'll be debating on his platform, and trust me, this is likely to be a setup. If me and Jake Var go over there and debate these idiots, that's what's going to happen. So we're going to be outnumbered. I did ask Cool Vic if he wanted to join. One thing I'll say, Vic, if you're watching, one thing I would say as a part of critique, I like to see more aggression out of you in debates. It'll come with time. That's one thing you need. If you're going to jump into the fray with that, me and Jake Var are going to jump in. I forgot to mention this. You're going to have to be aggressive. You're going to have to bump it up because this is not going. We're going into enemy territory, and this is going to be insane. Without a doubt, it's going to be insane. And damn, drop my fried chicken candy, believe it or not. So we will be debating a guy named Jimmy Snow. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but he has like 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Apparently, maybe this guy's a big name or something like that. I don't know. I got a request from Threads that somebody wanted to come up and ask me a few questions. I said, I'll oblige. I'll go live tonight. And I didn't want to announce this because I didn't want to put a lot of expectation. Sometimes I just want to talk. Sometimes I want to vent a little bit. And then sometimes I want to cover some issues and then update people as well too. That debate's happening. I have a debate with Tyler, your average debate enjoyer, that's coming up on should the U.S. align with Israel or not, or with allies. And I'm anti all that stuff. I'm anti-Zionist, of course. I don't support Israel in going into the fray, supporting this war. None of that I signed up for. And as far as like looking at Israel's allies, no, I do not think that they're allies at all. And I think that we're wasting money. Boots on the ground soldiers getting into their mess. I think America should pull out of it. Speaking of which, I have, the camo hat on, talking about the military. So shout out to all our armed services and armed forces and everybody else who does serve. We are in crazy times. I've gotten like 23 death threats on Threads already. Let's go ahead and go over this real quick. I'm not gonna post my DMs and then out the people that are giving me death threats on Threads because there's 23 death threats that I'm seeing right here. Yeah, approximately 23 death threats. We're gonna go over a little bit of this right now. Not only am I getting death threats on Threads for the most ridiculous shit, and this is what I posted that got a lot of pushback. I said, not one single liberal here on Threads can beat me in a moderated debate on a neutral platform on YouTube. I've had this challenge for over a year. You all back down, back out, make excuses, or opt out. This is why we will continue to dominate and whoop your ass on the right? 81 messages and then 21 likes. Of course, I'm going to get ratioed. This is a mainly 86% liberal platform. And then I also said, or cam up on YouTube, not cheat and actually do well. You all have no champions on the left. Then somebody said, well, Destiny will whoop your ass. And I'm like, well, he narrowly did beat me. All kudos to him. But that's the best you have. as far as warriors. And then somebody said, well, there's this black guy that they were like, he can debate you. What's this guy's name? They kept throwing him out. And this is one of their champions from Jubilee. And I said, I've been on Jubilee too. None of you guys have champions on Jubilee at all. Let's go ahead and look this up, because I put this up overwhelmingly with the whole liberals can't debate thing. Here we go. Here we go. This was, what is this? I know he got tagged. This guy who's like a famous Jubilee debater that they prompted up. I'm going to look for his name. They tagged him, and supposedly they're telling me that I'm running from this guy. He's a black guy that's been on Jubilee besides me. I'm seeing them tag Dean Withers the whole time. Like they want me to debate Dean Withers, but Dean ran for me. On here, on this app, people are writing, me watching you get manhandled in the comments. I'm getting ratioed heavily on this. But it's because, like I said, it's an 86% liberal platform. So this is equivalent to like if 8 people jump me in an alley, but I'm still kind of trying to hold my own. It takes 8 of you to try to whoop my ass. It's the same thing on Threads. It takes all of you to manhandle me. None of you, and I put the call out to anybody that's a liberal debater. If you guys can go one-on-one with me in a debate, we'll set it up. I don't mind doing this. I'll battle anybody. I'll battle anybody on the liberal left. If you guys want to go heads up, if you are on Threads and you're watching this, I offer the call for anybody to step up. I will set it up. We can do this on Speakeasy's platform. Oh, and there's a schism that's happening right now in debate. This is the way I perceive it. We'll go into that later. I'll do this on Speakeasy Swords of Reasons, Tyler's debate platform, or anybody else, even Cool Vic's platform. I'll debate anybody anywhere, even on Emmett's platform. I don't care. Now, what I'm referring to is a schism that's happening right now. So, and I'm going to say this. That's who it is. Isaiah Martin. Yeah, thank you for talking about him. Some guy named Isaiah Martin. I play his video on Jubilee here, but my channel's going to get a strike because of stupid Jubilee. I can't even post my own video destroying Brian Johnson on Jubilee because they'll strike my channel for playing my own video, my own appearance on Jubilee. I can't even play that. But that's what the guy's name is, Isaiah Martin. And here, so there's like a Mexican standoff that's happening right now. I'm telling Isaiah Martin, and I had a conversation with him. Apparently, this guy's got a shit ton of followers on Threads, whatever. And he's talking a lot of shit, saying I ran from him. No, the problem, and this is to anybody that debates on TikTok. TikTok debates are shit to me. I'm going to explain why TikTok debates are shit. The reason why TikTok debates are shit debates to me is because you'll go up, you're outnumbered by everybody else, and then even if you hit them with facts and everything else, they'll kick you, drop you, they'll mute you a million times. Who won? Tell me who won. Yeah, you showed them, even though you got banned from that TikTok channel or kicked out. Like, what did you do? You don't have content from there, so you can't replay it. It took 12 of them to whoop up on you, but it's like, yeah, maybe you can make one good point before you get ejectocito. But what did you learn? They aren't great debaters there at TikTok. You're not going to learn anything. It's the equivalent of speed dating. What are you going to do? Speed run somebody to rage quit or kick you from a platform? There's not much I can learn from a debate on TikTok. Now, going back to Isaiah Martin, Isaiah wants to debate me on TikTok. Isaiah, if you're listening to me, you're a pussy. I'm just going to say that right now. You're the JJ. That's what you are. You're poussoir. Let me make it sound fancy real quick. So if you're listening to this, you are nothing but straight poussoir. What you want to do is have me go on TikTok and debate you with the help of your panelist friends. So you can go ahead and try to roast me and then mute me 50 million times. This is why debates are shit on TikTok. I know people who go on TikTok debates, and this doesn't sound like a flex, to be honest with you. This isn't like an absolute dig at people that go on TikTok and debate with people, but I'll hear this. Man, I really showed them before I got kicked. That's it. that's the trophy. That's it. Yeah, I showed them before I got kicked. Well, whoever's on there, try to fight the best way you can before you get booted. What? It's not a debate. It's like a speed run of Survivor on a place where you're like outnumbered, and you're not learning anything from debate. They're not learning anything from debating you. Nobody's going to change your mind. Their audience is emboldened to their stance. There's nothing you're going to do on TikTok. Nothing. Now, if you're used to doing debate, like here on YouTube, I would say yes, entertainment. If I go to TikTok and then I have you guys see me just shame these people and get kicked or whatever, that's going to be entertaining. That's different. If you're providing entertainment on TikTok to like your YouTube channel, things like this, Andrew does this. That's different. But if you're expecting a real debate on TikTok and you're like, oh, this is the battlegrounds, I'm going to learn so much from debating people on TikTok. No, the fuck you're not. No, the hell you're not. You're not learning shit on TikTok. You're not learning anything from debating people on TikTok. Because the most you can learn is what? Having more tolerance. And even then, they're not teaching you tolerance. They're intolerant, and you're going to learn from intolerant people. All you're going to have is this mirror effect. That's it. This is why I can't debate people on TikTok. My platform is purely, this is what the genre is. My genre, if you want to put me in a genre, is just debate. I'll debate people on panels. I'll talk about debates. I'll talk about social issues, but then we'll debate on social issues. So it's just debate. That's all I do. My genre doesn't change. It's just going to be debate. But if you ask me, TikTok is dumb. TikTok is really stupid. If you think that is going to hone your skills or you're going to be better at debate at TikTok, how can you be better at TikTok if it's me and then I have 6 other people that will jump you? Okay, I'm allowing anybody on my panel to speak up. Go ahead. And then I can mute you 50 million times. I can kick you. How do you expect to have a debate if the moderator is also the debater as well too? Like, how does that make any sense? There's no neutral arena there. You're outnumbered. And the person that you're debating is also judge, jury, and executioner. That's what this Martin guy wants me to do. He wants me to go on his platform, debate him while he has the mute button, the kick button, and also his cronies defending him. What are you going to say? You kick my ass because you had help and cronies and a mute button and shit? Like, there's no glory in TikTok debating. There isn't any. Can anybody here demonstrate where the glory is in debating TikTok? I don't understand. Entertainment, yes, I get it. It's entertaining for you to kind of wreck people on TikTok and this and that, but it's so fleeting. I'm not learning anything. And I can't, and here's another reason why I can't post it on YouTube. Like I maybe it's because I'm not tech savvy. I don't know. I can't post it on TikTok. So yeah, it's crazy, man. So we have to think about this. It's insane. I will never, like, I have TikTok debates where I've went on TikTok and debated, and it's cool, but it's like that, like, those people will run and then they'll never say they got beat. And then I'll say, hey, I beat them. There's a video I posted on YouTube, but it's very fleeting. There's nothing like, but there's a big difference between me getting on Speakeasy Swords, a debate, or me going on Jubilee and this and that. I can post those videos. People know who these people are. They have a reputation to defend. On TikTok, who are these people? Do they have to uphold a reputation or anything? No, they don't. Because most of the people on TikTok are debating behind PFPs. You're destroying nobodies. And that's cool if you want to do that, to destroy nobodies. But the people that I'm debating, I want to debate somebody who is going to fiercely debate a topic, not kick me as I'm debating them, and take this brutalizing in this arena for a while. And then I'm going to obliterate the shit out of them. And then I can review the debate. Can you do this on TikTok debates? No, you're not even up there for a long time before you get kicked. What are you going to do? Review a 2-minute debate? Like, you can't even use it for practice. Like, if you're doing a sport, you would like review plays and things like that. What do I look like here sitting back reviewing 2-minute TikTok debates? Like, oh yeah, at a minute, like what's the timestamp's going to be like a minute? First of all, like it's going to be, oh, check out the 17-second timestamp. Okay, got him. Like, that's it. Like my debates, like I can thoroughly go through this. Like my debate with Sirkar. Oh, that guy got brutalized. My opinion. I think I brutalized Sirkar. But like, as far as TikTok, I'm not going over to this Martin guy's TikTok and just doing this. Insane. Crazy. It's just insane. I can't take TikTok people seriously in debate. I honestly can't, man. I tried to do it because Andrew was doing it, but then I was like, this is dumb. Like, it's like, for my opinion, I think it's dumb because like I feel like I'm regressing in my debate skills as I'm doing debates on TikTok. You have to be a really good debater to go on TikTok and do decent, right? But I think that people are learning how to debate on TikTok and then trying to transfer those skills to YouTube. It doesn't transfer at all. Like if you go to TikTok and you're trying to learn from 17-second debates, 2-minute debates, all you're trying to do is mainly learn how to survive without getting kicked. None of that translates over into moderated debates on YouTube. None of that shit translates over. And then, like, a lot of people on TikTok try to rage bait debate. That, once again, doesn't translate over into TikTok. If you got a stoic ass individual, like if you got me, I'm not getting triggered, and you're using all your TikTok rage things to get kicked, and you're used to getting kicked and all this, like none of that's going to help you out in this debate here. Because if I'm stoic, meaning I'm not showing any emotion, I'm not reacting to your emotional arguments, oh shit, this doesn't work here. Like you're going to be like, oh shit, he's like, I actually have to use logic because I don't have enough time on TikTok. It's like speed. It's like a speed run in a microcosm of like a fraction of what we do here on YouTube. It's like, it's stupid. Maybe if I get bored, I'll go over to TikTok and like debate people on TikTok, but it's not something I want to do, man. It's I like struggle to find interest to go over to TikTok and do debates. I get excited though. Here's why I get excited. There's a guy named Jimmy Snow on YouTube, and I put out the call on Threads to debate any liberal. He answered the call, and then I forgot to like message him. And then he said, Marte is a ghoster. He's not a real man. He won't debate anybody. He ran. And I said, hey, on second thought, I've been getting all these death threats and shit talks in my DMs. Your message got pushed down and I overlooked it. No, the debate's still on. I'm not running from anybody. Matter of fact, and he said, well, can you find somebody else to do this debate? So, well, I don't think Andrew Wilson's going to want to do this debate against these Democrats. Rob Noor, maybe he doesn't want to do these debates. Jake Rattlesnake, he's not going to want to join in wrecking these Democrats. So then I looked around and I was like, Jake Var. I asked Jake Var, hey, do you want to go to war against these liberals? He said, hell yeah, count me in. Yes. So needless to say, Jake Var and me will be wrecking these libs. We'll be going over into enemy territory on Jimmy Snow's program called The Line or something like that. Like, once again, I said 300,000 followers on this guy's program. And this guy was like trying to big me up. He was like, if you do my program, we'll get you some notoriety. We'll get you the attention you need. I said, I don't need attention. I don't do these debates to like wreck people. I do this because I want to explore deep context of like social issues and certain things like that. That's why I wanted to do the Woke Autopsy podcast, because I like to cover issues like the debate with Sirkar. Black culture should be destroyed. Yeah, I firmly believe that. I do want to back that position. A lot of people right now, they don't see that at all. We don't talk about these issues. We don't talk about the white extermination that's happening in America. Yes, that's happening right now. If you took Africa as I know I'm going over different subjects right now, but this is extremely important to talk about. If you take Africa and you give Africa to white people, shit's going to get built. Tell me I'm wrong. So, and then not to mention this, but if you have Africa and more white people come in and try to build infrastructure and shit, they're going to say that there's an extinction level event that's happening. Oh, they're trying to, eradicate extinct black people from the continent. That's going to happen. You're going to hear this argument. But hold on, what's happening in America right now is the same shit in the reverse. All these immigrants are coming in, these brown people, and they're warping the culture, changing everything else. Oh, so it's not that when brown people come into America, you're not going to say that there's a culture extinction level event that's happening right now in America. Oh, that's crazy, bro. The same thing that's happening right now is happening in white culture right now. Now, if black people hear me say this, I'm going to get called a coon. I'm going to get called all kinds of names, a race traitor. How am I a race traitor when per capita fucks you guys up more than anything else? Like, and they'll say per capita is such a racist thing. No, it's not. If I told you that 48% of pit bulls have violent altercations with minors across the nation, or have a higher proclivity to have altercations and violent altercations with minors, then you'd be like, yeah, that's affirmative. That's a good stat. And I can see why apartments don't want to rent to people who own pit bulls. Right. But if I tell you that the 13% is 50% of the crime rate, now it's racist, but it applies to pit bulls, but it won't apply to anybody else. That same logic does not transfer over. When I talk to black people about this, or people of black culture, I'm a coon, I'm an Uncle Tom, I'm a race traitor, all this, it doesn't make any sense. So there's a white Caucasian extinction level event that's pervading America right now, and people are going to deny it. Even when it's in their face and it's the truth can slap them in the face, and they're going to deny this all day long. I don't care how offensive this sounds. It's the truth. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, we've been having a Save the Children campaign in Africa for the U.S. to Africa with the commercials, they'll have like kids with flies around their eyes in the commercial, and have a bowl, for so much money, you can give a kid a bowl of rice. We've been having this campaign in Africa for a long time towards the U.S. Well, we've been throwing money at a problem for a very long time. What's changed? Have we actually made a dent in fixing or solution-oriented progress towards Africa? No, we have not. When you throw money towards the black community in a culture historically, we do not see any success. Conversely, look at North America, look at Canada. The indigenous people have been getting reparations, right? You can look this up. They've been getting reparations from the Canadian government. It's gone down? Their comprehension, their education level, their poverty rate has increased when money's thrown at them. Their lifestyle has actually plummeted. So it turns out that when you give people free shit that they don't work for, they tend to actually get lazier. Crazy how that works, right? Especially when the education level is already low within that community. We can see this. And this is the thing, though. It's insane. So my solution is going to piss off a lot of black culture, but how am I wrong? If you give the dark continent to Europe, I guarantee you genocide will decrease and infrastructure will be built way more optimal than what they got going on, because they still got huts there that are still huts from 50 years ago and 50 years prior that look the same. There has been no progress there. It looks like a trash dump. It's a heap of trash in a lot of places out there. In Rwanda, Nigeria. Yeah, you can go to the cities, but yeah, it's crazy. Now, if you're a white, you're a minority. It's just really weird out there. It doesn't make any sense. This is why I will always talk about this, and people get pissed off. I don't give a damn, right? There's a reason why I have Isaiah Martin's name up there still in the comment section from Relentless, because I want to let you guys know that this guy has offered to debate me plenty of times. When it comes to black culture, he's going to get destroyed. He's a Jubilee All-Star. Well, I can consider myself a Jubilee All-Star too, because Brian Johnson got destroyed on Jubilee when I went on. So it's going to be a battle of the quote-unquote Jubilee. If he wants to call himself a Jubilee All-Star, I can call myself a Jubilee All-Star too. He's nothing special. He runs from Isaiah Martin. If you're listening to this, you run. I've challenged you to meet me with a neutral moderator, not on TikTok when you got a panel. So it's going to be me versus 4 people and you. I don't jump people. I do the one-on-one. If you want to square up, let's do this logically on YouTube. You'll get your ass handed to you. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to hand you your ass. You don't know if you're going to hand yourself my ass. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, right? We don't know. We can't assume. But you can't say that I'm an easy win. There's no way, Isaiah Martin, that you could say that I'm an easy dub. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat me, you're going to have to bleed to beat me in a debate, bro. That's the way it's going to happen. You can represent in black culture all you want to and say that they're a constant victim class, which they aren't. They wear the victim label proudly to try to get more free shit and handouts from the government. I don't care how offended that the black community sounds when I say this. It's freaking true. It's true. It's so true. Like the black community has been a detriment to America since civil rights. I'll even say that, since civil rights. I'll give us that much. Civil rights is the worst thing that's happened to black America. Because after that, shit started getting worse. Education, we've had actually less entrepreneurs. Education's plummeted. Whenever you give us free shit just goes down. Nuclear family broke up and split apart even more. I had this debate with the vigilante guy. He got destroyed when it came to destroying civil rights. When you replace everything else that you just hand out to people with merit-based, with a meritocracy, society gets cleaned up, bro. It gets cleaned up. You can't give black people free shit and expect them to improve. Like, you can't do this. This is why reparations is never going to work. All reparations is getting money, and this is in 2026. All reparations is getting money from people who never owned a slave and never were associated with slavery. Yeah, sure, you could say ancestors and things. Who all knows somebody that owned a slave that was a grandfather? I'll fucking wait. I'll wait. Give me one person that knows somebody. And then, since illegals come into this country and immigrants immigrate to this country even legally, you're going to tax the reparations from them who were never even indigenous to this country, let alone not even natives or Americans. This is crazy. So that complicates even further. The whole issue gets complicated. There's no way reparations is going to work. Black people will constantly ask for reparations. Bitch, you've been getting reparations. You've been getting What's EBT? What's the BLM scholarship? There's a BLM scholarship that they offer. There's no White Lives Matter scholarship. Oh, but that's not racist. You can have a Black Lives Matter scholarship, but you can never have a White Lives Matter scholarship. You can have the National Association for Colored People, but you can never have the National Advancement of White People Association. Oh, because that would be racist. So stupid. Like, it's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. It makes no sense. I know I'm shouting into the void here. Maybe I'm not making any points now. Maybe nobody understands. Maybe I don't make any sense here. But it makes sense to me. That's all that matters. It's just crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. You have the liberal on the left that's going to tell you that blacks should get reparations. And then you got transformers, trying to tell you how to be Christian. That's like a fat person trying to tell you about health and fitness. Like, none of this should make sense. None of this makes sense. This is why I go over to liberal spaces and debate them. I will constantly debate them. None of this makes any sense. Like, yeah, I constantly am an advocate for America's education, and even if it's homeschooling, things like this. We have a podcast coming up next week. Not next week, but maybe it's the 20th. We have Woke Autopsy coming up on the 20th. So 11 days from now. The guest we have, it's going to be very controversial. I know I said I wouldn't do a Woke Autopsy, but we're going to do another Woke Autopsy because I don't even care. I know people weren't really watching it. There's some people that did watch it, but for the most part, it didn't get the viewership that I wanted. For one, there was a complaint. One of the complaints was I was making the show mostly about me. Well, if me asking questions and trying to get the person to talk more is making it about me, then fine. Then that's every other talk show out there. One of the other complaints that I had about Woke Autopsy is the show wasn't focusing on combating wokeness. What? The last show that I had with Rollo Tomasi, we were talking about the female teacher epidemic of them banging students. How much more anti-woke can you get? That's a real issue nobody wants to talk about. That's as anti-woke as you get. Hell, Yelena Povovich, 50%, the director of 50 Cent's last movie, was talking about Saint Moses. That's super anti-woke. Like that was seriously a complaint that I had about the show. That's why I was like, I don't even know if anybody likes this show. I saw maybe 8 people watching one time. I was like, yeah, bro, this is a wrap. That's why I was like, man, I'm not gonna have Woke Autopsy. But due to the demand of a special guest that's very controversial, I'm gonna have one more episode. Who knows? But it just insane, man. It just insane. Let me go ahead and go to the comments because I haven't checked this out. Matter of fact, I have comments that I've been neglecting seriously. Let's go ahead. And also I have an open panel. I don't know if you guys saw the link. Black community, Pumpkinhead says Black community refuses to change or have help. Can't do anything with them if they don't want help. I truly do believe that they do want help. I just think that they liked, if you want help, right? I truly do believe the Black community as a whole does want help, but they also want to hold on to the victim ID. You can't be a constant victim and identify as a constant victim, no matter, even if you're the aggressor, and then ask for help at the same time. The two things can't be true at the same time. You as a Black person in America can't say, I'm constantly a victim and the aggressor. Oh, and also I need help constantly at the same time because of my past. That's the most dumb logic I've ever heard. Like, that makes no sense to me. And I constantly hear some Black people. Listen, I am the original. Hey, good to see you. I am the original. Jubilee All-Star means you can't debate her. Yeah, no, it's insane. Naima got destroyed. I went on Jubilee and I could call myself a Jubilee All-Star, but it sounds stupid. It sounds so dumb. Let's go ahead. Paul Gleistein, welcome to the channel, by the way. Says, Marte Reyes, I saw you with Cool Vic and I thought it was very funny. That's why I'm going to follow you now. I appreciate the follow, man. Good stuff. I'm going to keep content coming. It's just insane, man. Just crazy stuff. The Woke Autopsy, we're going to have one more episode. Fine. I guess I'm dragging my feet, by the way. It's not like I willfully want to do this, but it's because I'm really interested in this next guest that's coming on. I'm not telling anybody who it is. You guys, I'm not even saying on Instagram. That's how I know you guys have been finding out on Instagram. I've been like kind of blowing my cover on Instagram. Nope. I'm just going to say, hey, we have another episode coming up. You'll find out who it is. Very controversial guest. A celebrity to a lot of people, but very controversial. I'm the only the original Vintage Tag. Can I have some free stuff? Nah, bro. Double standards everywhere. I know. In America, we've got to stop the double standards. It's out of control. Out of control. I'm the original Vintage says, I'm applying for a BLM scholarship now. Ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's insane. Pumpkinhead says, bring back Woke Autopsy. You're like one of the 2 requests out of the many non-requests I've gotten. Just goes to show you, man. I think maybe it wasn't that popular with people. Here's the other thing too. No shade to Cool Vic. I was kind of hating a little bit. Vic had a lot of people watching Woke Autopsy on his side, and his super chats were flooding in. When I was like the host, doing most of the questions, recruiting most of the guests, doing all this stuff, and I was getting like no super chats in like low views. I was like, what am I doing this? Like, this is what? Like, maybe I'm helping Vic out. I don't know. This should be like a dual thing. It's like, anyways, that's maybe I'm being a hater. Who knows? But he's so crazy. I'm the original Vintage says they aren't Transformers. They're Autobots. Yeah, I know, man. It's just insane, man. It doesn't make any sense. Nate the Eagle says it's okay when Drewski does whiteface of Erica Kirk, but not okay for Theo Fawn to do blackface. I know. Insane. Matter of fact, stay tuned for the next junk food hour because when it comes to white people doing blackface, I got a little bit of that content coming up. You guys are gonna love the next not Woke Autopsy, but the next junk food hour. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. If you guys have watched Tropic Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. did it the best, and it's gonna be even better on the junk food hour. A little hint for good things to come. We're going to reverse that, and it's going to be white people doing blackface. Yeah, that's what I'm going to show on the joke, but it's going to be so hilarious the way I do it. Let's go ahead and check the rest of this. They're just hating because you're black. I know, right? Insane, bro. It's just not Voltaire says, "Sup, brother? Good to see you, man." Crazy. Pumpkinhead says, just get Vic to co-host. I have been getting to co-host, but he co-hosts from his channel, right? And then I co-host from my channel. Vic gets all these super chats. I get food stamps and EBT, and somebody says, hey, cool show. No super chats. I'm like, bro, what? I'm doing all this. Why? I'm getting the celebrities, sourcing them, getting the questions, interviewing, doing all this. Like, I'm carrying the. It was my idea. Vic is a co-host still. He shares 50%. But like, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I get more money super chatted to me during the junk food hour than a woke autopsy. Why would I do all this work? I've been like talking to casting agents from directors and then actors that I want on the show and doing all this and trying to find out scheduling and doing all this, putting all this work to have like 9 people watch woke autopsy on my end and then no super chats is crazy when I could just hold a regular random stream right here and get more people tuning in. Go figure, right? So I was like, woke autopsy is dead. That's why I just got frustrated. I was like, I was doing all that work to bring celebrities, people from reality TV, all this, people Jay Dyer and Snoop Dogg's producer, Dr. Evo, like people like this, like people of renown to come on the show. It sucks when it's kind of disrespectful when you have Yelena Popovich, the director of 50 Cent's last movie, and like 8 people are what? Like, bro, that's Yelena Popovich. She did Man of God. She's directed a ton of like 8 people. Really? So I was like, the disrespect is crazy. Woke autopsy's dead. That's how I came to that conclusion. I was like, yeah, why am I even doing it? Crazy, man. Insane, man. Not Voltaire says viewers are whack. I know, bro. Hey, what's going on, Scott? Good to see Hail Marte mods in chat. Yeah, man. Good to see you too, man. So yeah, it's crazy. This guy, Isaiah Martin, I've challenged him to debate so many times. Challenged him to debate. Go over to YouTube. I'm not going to TikTok. The reason why I'm not going to TikTok is because you just want to have like me versus 6 people plus you. How is that a one-on-one? You want me to go to like a setup. You just want me to go to an ambush. That's not a debate. All that is just a setup so you guys can try to roast me because I can't defend myself because you're going to mute me, kick me, do all this. Hey, we got him. Didn't we? This thing goes out. Martin, if you want to do a debate, come over to YouTube. Go over to YouTube where we can go ahead and do a real debate. Can you guys hear me now? Because I could have sworn I brought it back, right? Hold on. All right, hold on. Can you guys hear me now? My mic is black. Can you guys hear me now? Is it 100% again? Now, okay, now what's cracking? What the hell? Crazy. All right, we're gonna go to this concept real quick. Give me 1 second.
Black men, they wear all the new shoes and designer for the black women, right?
No, they just do it because they're like boys. That's what ties back. Like, oh yeah, they're like boys. They do it for the boys. Because I never met a woman go up to a guy and be like, I like your Air Force 3s. I don't know what those are, but like, they like boys.
So
they want it for boys.
So this might be like the flip side, but when a woman wears a wig, I never heard a man go up to a woman like, I like your wig.
Because they're gay.
Because they're gay. So many.
You know why basketball is their favorite sport? Because all they can do is run, steal, and shoot. Okay?
All right, can you guys hear me now? A little bit. Kind of working a little bit. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. All right, better. Okay, we're gonna play the content real quick.
And that's what's problem. That's the problem
What's
today.
that saying about you?
I don't do that.
You don't do
I
those
was booked
things.
once, but that doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, black men are the problem. I'm just gonna be honest with you, tell you, like, black men are the problem. Black men are the problem in America today. A massive problem. The black community, especially. And yeah, let's go into a little bit of this content real quick.
Excuse me, sir. What's the most beautiful thing about a black woman?
Thank you so much for that question.
Okay.
Everything is beautiful about that. I mean, look.
No, stop lying. Oh my God. Like, so look at the black women in the background. Is that her real hair? And then look at the one on the right. Is that the natural hair color either? And then look at the one in the middle. Does she look like she's calorically deficient? Not at all, right? She looks like she stole my food and yours. We have an overweight problem. We have a fake hair problem. We have a cultural appropriation problem. But they'll go ahead and talk about white people. Oh, you can't have braids because that's cultural appropriation. Well, Shaniqua, what horse did you steal your hair from? Right? Is that even your real hair? And when they say black people can't swim, well, that's because it'll fuck your hair up. Because it's not your real hair. It'll come out, Marquisha. Like I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't really see okay. This is gonna sound like I hate black women. My mom was black, but my mom didn't have fake hair in her hair. Like, there's a lot of things I love about my mom. I hate the culture and what we do. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you.
Look at these beautiful black women right here.
Definitely beautiful.
Yeah, you know.
So, what did you say your answer was? Them?
No, I just said everything is beautiful about black women.
But if you can name like a physical trait, like what?
Okay, I saw a comment real quick. Hold on. Says Marte, I believe Steve Hofstetter is doing a different debate before you. Yeah, he's debating Professor Mike. Hopefully, I have a lot of problems with this. Are you going to watch it to see how he may argue? I've seen Steve Hofstetter's debate. The only one that he's got on the internet, it was trash. The guy he debated was trash. So real quick, I need to talk about this real quick. Nate the Eagle. When I did watch that debate, I reviewed that debate. And the problem with this is they didn't do opening statements. There was no cross-examination. It looked like two good friends catching up. It wasn't even a debate. And then Steve Hofstetter, during the debate, he self-admittedly said, yeah, I didn't even study for this. What? You're debating somebody who, like, I get it. Steve Hofstetter does stand-up comedy, roasts people on stage, has 1 million followers on YouTube. Whatever. Let me do a little clap or whatever, cheesy clap. That's not going to save you. When I've done at least more than 90 debates in a year, I don't even know who has ever beaten me in a debate besides Mo Rebuttal and Destiny. And that was a narrow loss to Destiny. Over 90 debates and only 2 losses is crazy for you not to study for a debate, Steve Hofstetter. This doesn't even make sense. I've been on Jubilee. I've debated at university before. I've debated IRL on different podcasts before. I've debated here, Swords of Reason, Raging Tomato, when that was still the in thing to do before she crossed the line. I've debated. Where have I not debated? Oh, yeah, modern day debate, because there's a schism going on right now. James won't host me for whatever reason. I mean, I'll even say this. Jake won't host me. He can't do it. I don't know why, for whatever reason. And that kind of upsets me because I wish somebody else could offer to do the Zoom debate, but only Steve Hofstetter is doing it. So I have to go to Steve's channel and do a debate, which he may not have opening statements. He's going to get wrecked. If there's nobody that's going to moderate and stop me from crucifying him, good luck, Steve. Good luck, bro. Oh, yeah, I wish you the best. And you're not going to study for this debate? Oh, man, bro. It's going to be... And guess what me and Steve are debating? Feminism is bad for the West. He wants to debate this. I put people through the crucible. There's going to be a blood eagle made of Steve Hofstetter if he doesn't study for this debate. I've killed and destroyed debaters on this topic alone many times. This guy Steve's he looks like Brian Shapiro's older brother. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy. It's going to be destruction I can't on no other level told before that I've ever seen if this guy doesn't study for this debate. Like his quips on stage and roasting people as a community can only go so far, because if we're in this debate, may God have mercy on Steve Hofstadter's soul. This is crazy. We'll see what's going to happen. It's insane. Yeah, not so Voltaire. He says, I mean, Mo Rebuttal, he's wild. Yeah, he beat me in a debate. Well, I don't know how. I think he won the crowd over, but debate is just about a large portion of debate is about persuasion. Like let's say that I was good and I told the truth and everything else, but somebody was able to persuade the crowd because they were charismatic and because the crowd liked them and the optics look better for them, whatever, right? And he beats me. Debate is a lot about persuasion as well, too. So Mo Rebuttal beat me on like I was defending the red pill because Christianity is red pill in itself. Like, the whole statement in the Bible, a man would rather stay in the corner of his roof or attic or whatever than the house of a quarrelsome wife. And then that's such a red pill talking point. He only beat me because he said that there's hidden axioms in the red pill. No, there isn't. You're just making shit up. He never demonstrated that in the whole debate. I'll debate that guy again on that topic. I don't know how he beat me on that. That's just wild, but hey, maybe I got Dunning-Kruger here. Who knows? Insane. Insane. This is all going to be crazy. But anyways, let's get back to these comments real quick. Polly Shortcut says the BCB preacher has been restreaming debates like Andrew and Rob Noor. He's interested in showing more debates. Maybe reach out to him and maybe debate him in Christianity evangelism versus ortho. Yeah, the problem with this Polly Shortcuts is I got a rancorous past. I got a past that's really not so good. I did, and I'm going to be honest, I did pornography, solo stuff back in the day, which 12 years ago, and it got put on all kinds of crazy sites, right? I didn't put it on those sites. People did. And that's a really bad look. And so I made this promise to myself, kind of like this conviction that I have within myself. I told myself, I'm not going to be debating theology for 9 more years. It was like a year ago I said this. I'm not going to debate theology for 10 years. Matter of fact, it wasn't even that. I said I wasn't even going to have the conversation with my priest about debating theology for 10 years. I wish that Nala Ray had this conversation because there's no humility there. Oh, I got dunked and baptized. I'm just going to debate theology. Where's the facepalm emoji that I can use? Meanwhile, if I had like a history in that industry, why the hell would I jump in and defend Christianity? How disingenuous do I look doing that, right? I don't care how well studied I am doing theology and everything else. People don't forget about things you did. It stays in people's mind, man. It honestly stays in people's mind. Also, shout out to Paul Gleestein for becoming a new member to the channel. Yes, W's in the chat for sure.
W's in the chat for me.
Yes, W's in the chat. Matter of fact, I forgot. Yeah, there is a video. Here we go.
W's in the chat for me.
Yeah, W's in the chat for my whole chat for doing that. Yes. For him becoming a new member, I appreciate you, bro. Definitely good, man. And also, yeah, man, if you haven't become a member, it is high time that you become a member because I have some banger content coming up. Woke Autopsy on the 20th with a very prolific guest. All of you guys are going to, if you guys see this guy you guys are going to be like, how the hell did you get this guy on YouTube doing this on Woke Autopsy? Not telling you guys who it is, but you're going to be blown away by the episode that we hold. It's going to be very controversial too, by the way. Also, we have another junk food hour coming out. I think it was this Wednesday, I think. We'll hold it this Wednesday, and Jake Barr is going to make a return, as well as Cool Vic. They're both going to be put in the hot seat as well, too. And returning for that episode, we're going to have You Got My Order Wrong as well, too, and more the stuff that you guys like. Let's go ahead and return these comments. Let's get back to this real quick. W in the chat for ABG. Yes, for sure. It also then completely depends on the audience's ability to know and understand. I've seen idiots with great confidence and zero proof of claims win, thinking this is how Democrats have gained too much. Yes, I know. That's a really good point that you make there too, as well. It's just crazy, man. What is this? VK battle W's mean nothing. Popularity contest. Yeah, VK kind of pissed me off in that regard. Teriak beat me in a debate where he said that same-sex couples can have babies. Awkward silence. That was his W. I got kicked off and voted off. Verbal combat. How do you lose that debate? Okay, Mezcal, nice to see you in the chat. I'm backtracking a little bit. Marte, when you beat him, he's going to sue the... Well, hold on. He is one of the J's. Steve Hostetter, I believe, is a J. Jays love suing. Haha, yeah, he's going to sue for sure. I think that's what you were saying. He's a J. Yeah. That's what's going to happen. He says, nice. Junk food is funny. Yeah. The content that I have for you guys coming up is going to be insane. It's going to be wild. So I know I'm doing like a random chill stream. I did a chill and kill stream where, you know, my opposition on threads can come up because I made a claim. I was like, none of these, I would say, dumbass Democrats and liberals will come up and debate me. None of them came up and debated me that night. None of them came up and did it, man. I mean, I put the call out. The challenge was out there for anybody in the chat to come up and debate me. Nobody ever did. And referring to liberals, by the way, I mean, I'll debate Republicans too if it's something that, but how much am I going to debate Republicans if we are on the same side and we agree on most things? You know, just crazy. All right, let's get back to comments real quick. Not Voltaire says, chat booted me from VK for my perfect debate stance that men should pay on the first date. Oh, Teriak was opposite. Interesting. I'm trying to think about how I could devil's advocate that position. Okay, men should not pay. That's actually just pleading. That's actually leaning towards feminism and the opposite. Because if you think about it, the reason why men should pay for first dates is because you're showing that you can be a provider, right? But if you can't demonstrate that a man can provide, i.e. paying for the meal, meaning you could put the roof over the heads of your children and wife and do all this, are you asking her to lead? Because if you ask a woman to pay for a date, she by proxy is leading. And do you want this trajectory of a woman leading your relationship? So I'm trying to figure out how to devil's advocate this position. It's hard to figure out how to like be against that position. Now, Voltaire, there's no reason why I see Terry like he had to have been a feminist to be in this debate. Like you have to be a feminist to be on Teriak's side of that prompt. That's crazy. He's got the coon from Bumbly. Good to see you with the coon meme. Yeah, I know. I'm cooning right now. My best content that I'm providing right now. This is insane. Yeah, so of course, if you guys remember, you guys can throw the coon memes in the chat because that's what the black community is going to call me, because I'm going to have base content that's going to be honest. In anybody, if you speak with truth and conviction as far as like stats per capita or anything like that, you're going to be called a coon. It's true. And of course, with the chicken, God, you guys are going to make me hungry, man. This is the peel to melanin fallacy. Insane. Not so Voltaire. Yeah, they voted for him just on the absurdity of his position alone. Yeah, that's not even a real debate. That's not even you can't even take it serious. Oh, you guys with the cones and chick, you guys are making me hungry and telling me that I'm based. Go figure, because coon means based. That's what it means in the black community. You're too based, so we're going to call you a coon. Like, I mean, look at what is the Marvel movie? Rocket Raccoon was one of the most base characters there. So to tell me I'm Rocket Raccoon any day, that guy could assemble. He had like an arsenal that you've never seen in your life till this movie. He had like guns a-blazing of all different kinds from different species and everything else. And he was very tech savvy. Matter of fact, hell, if you get called Rocket Raccoon, You just got called an aerospace engineer that was so intellect beyond his species, by the way. It's like, it's just crazy. So I wear the word coon with honor, by the way. So let's continue.
What would you say?
I don't think I would reduce it down to a physical trait to exude your beauty. You know, it's deeper than that.
Oh.
So
This guy is definitely gay. He is definitely from the gay rights community, for sure. Of course, you're going to go ahead and wear a Howard shirt. And then you're going to go ahead and defend black woman. Let's continue with this crazy nonsense.
I think it's everything. I don't know.
I love that answer. And to flip it on you, what is the most beautiful thing about a white woman?
Wait, but what is it?
Oh, you can't name the most beautiful thing about a white woman? Hold on, let me put this on a bigger screen. You guys really got to see this. This is insane. Like, he asked him, what's the most beautiful thing about black women? And he said, well, you can't dumb it down to physical, like any descriptors physically. Well, is that even your real hair, your real lashes, your real nail? BBLs are the whole BBL epidemic is mostly black women. That's not even a real ass. Like, that's why he has to obfuscate. So they're more than just their physical. Yeah, because it's not even, a lot of it's not even real. So then he says, well, they're just good because they're good. And then when he asked him, like, what's beautiful about white women? He can't think of a single thing. Look, I'm going to snitch on myself right now. I'm going to tell you right now, white conservative women, the most beautiful, God, just angels from heaven. I know I'm talking about race mixing here. I'm like, this is like the reference, because if I like white women, what does that mean, right? White women are beautiful. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I am so attracted to, like, and I'm going to be sounding like reverse racism when I say this. I love white women's texture. The color, just the blue eyes, blonde hair, brunette, green eyes, white women are so beautiful. I don't care. But when I look back here, black women, 68% of the population are obese or overweight. The hair's horsehair or Kanekalon. I think that's what the name of the fake hair is called too, to get from Asian people. So what if you take a black woman nowadays in 2026, what about her is original? I'll wait, because they'll never wear their natural hair. Their nails are like, what else is the lip filler? No, that's not even like and that's the crazy thing. Black women already have big lips, but still use lip. What? It's just insane, bro. Insane, bro. Has anybody seen the YouTube shorts where the guy runs around with the leaf blower? Yes. Yes. Blowing black women's wigs off their heads. Hey, Scott, there was one day I was at work, and all day, nonstop, I was watching. He's like a Latin American black guy, something like that. And he has this leaf blower. He looks like the Mexican Ghostbusters. He's going around and blowing these wigs off. And these black women get so pissed. It's the most funny thing. Yo, that content will never get old. Matter of fact, if you guys have not seen the content of the guy running around with leaf blower, just Google leaf blower wigs. It'll come up. It's mostly like on Instagram, things like this. I think it's on YouTube too. It's one of the funniest things you've ever seen, and it's so hilarious. I don't know if that content will ever get old to me. It's hilarious. Absolutely.
But why does it have to be about race?
No, because
Why does it have to be about race? He asked you, what's the most beautiful thing about white women, which you couldn't name a damn thing. But when you mentioned black women, your answer was really, you contradicted yourself, but let's go into this.
I asked you, about black women, and then I just want to see about white women too.
I think it's the same thing. I mean,
Everything about them.
attributes as well, beautiful personalities and stuff like that. So I think it's like the difference between the beauty and the woman.
Yes, there is a difference between beauty and the race. Let me tell you, there is racial beauty that's different. Like, I could point out conservative white women and black women in general with the culture. Black women in general with the culture are more masculine. And when I say more masculine, black women delete their babies on average higher than any other race. Killing is a masculine behavior. If you're killing your child at a rate higher than any other race, you're more masculine than any other race. I'm going to be honest with you. And then if you're willing to have more domestic violence and fighting and then try to fight a man more than any other race, black women, you're more masculine. So if you say it's not about the skin color, then what is it? Yeah, surely maybe there's other things besides that, but that's an indicator. This is just crazy.
Okay, so you're saying everything is beautiful about a white woman and a black woman.
It could be, yeah.
Could be. Pick a side, bro. Be definite about what you're gonna say, man. Pick a stance. Don't be a lukewarm fence sitter.
That's a tricky question. Like,
Okay.
These are college kids, right? These are people that are supposed to graduate, and this is the next generation of people. Perhaps maybe a overqualified barista. Who knows?
saying like you want me to lean one way and not the other way.
No, so I just wanted to see like if you would name a white woman's hair, eyes, nails, or everything about her.
Oh, what did I just do? Eyes, hair, skin complexion. Man, white conservative women are beautiful. I don't give a damn what anybody says.
And then the same about a.
Ooh, especially like Nordic women. Women are like Russian. Oh God! If you want me to melt through the floor, get me like somebody that's like Russian, beautiful. Oh my God. Okay, let me stop. Let's not go.
Black woman. And then last question. This might be the hardest one. Why do a lot of black women get mad at white women for wearing box braids and culturally black hairstyles?
I don't think it's my place as a man to talk about why a black woman.
Wait, hold on. It is your place to talk about black women. You're an idiot if it's not in your place. First of all, the reason why it is in your place because men are the people that set the trends in culture. We are, because if men one day decided to get up and say, you know what, I'm no longer dating women with fake hair anymore, the women are going to be like, damn, we're not getting any dates. You know, let me change this up because the men aren't dating us anymore. We need to change this because men don't like that. They're not even looking our direction unless we do something that they like. Then in mass, that would happen. Men literally set trends. If men kept talking about fat asses the whole time amongst a bunch of flat ass girls, BBLs are going to go up. Men set trends. Like when you say it's not in my place to do this, okay, cool. You're just going to get ran over by your wife. Like we have to set a standard here. And if you don't have a standard, somebody else will set it for you.
But I can't speak.
Like, not Voltaire brings up something that's a good point. What happened to the beautiful black women in movies, Bond films, that they push this 4'10" chick, say she's Juliet, Helen of Troy. Oh, that's even worse. Elliot Page is now going to play, what is the role she's going to play? I think it's Troy. That is, man, that movie's going to flop. Like, Elliot Page literally doesn't have the balls to play that role. You know, I can't believe that that's happening. I don't know if you guys know that, but Brad Pitt played Troy. Elliot Page, a woman who now identifies as a man who's a transformer person, is going to play Troy. I'm not seeing that movie. I don't know about you guys. I don't know who's watching that movie. It's crazy. Yeah. But there were the black woman persona was different from back in the day. Because if you go back in the day, further back in the day, like Boomerang and all this, women who were black, you know, the further you get, we're becoming more feminine during that time period. But now in 2026, you know, the further you go into the future, the more masculine black women are getting. The more empowered you are, the more Beyonce, independent women you're going to hear this music and all this. So it's just crazy, man. Just crazy. Yeah, Elliot Page was cute back then, for sure. It's insane, but she's going to play Troy. Nobody's going to want to see this movie. Who the hell is going to want to see this? Want to see the Transformer? It's insane, man. Yeah, she's going to play Achilles. Yeah, Troy's the movie's name. Yeah, thank you for correcting me. It's insane. I don't know how Elliot Page is going to play Achilles. How the hell? Like, Elliot Page is 5'3", $115. 5'3", $115, You are a woman that has done this transformer thing into a man. There's no way I can see you as Achilles. Like, the fact that she doesn't have balls is going to be the Achilles heel to this whole movie. Insane. Crazy work here. I don't know what's happening here. All right, let's continue.
His hair hard to manage.
Yeah.
How so?
It's just like a long process, so it takes a long time for the whole dread to really like form. And then with the process, it's just like you got to keep it maintained so it doesn't get too frizzy in a sense. But like when I retwist my shit pill, as you can see right now. But yeah.
So a lot of
what's crazy that I noticed about a lot of black men that I see here? Most of the focus is on beauty standards like hair, all these other things. And this is just my opinion. Maybe you guys are going to think I'm mean for saying this. I don't think men should spend more than like 10 minutes in the mirror. Right? And that's I'm being extra generous. I would say 5, but 10 minutes in the mirror. If you spend 10 minutes more than 10 minutes in the mirror, come on, that's kind of feminine a little bit. But these guys with the hair, they're going to sit down and get their hair braided for like 6 hours, doing all the, okay, so you're going to go to the barber, like the beauty salon, not a barber. It's just crazy. And the reason why I say that, the whole 10 minutes thing, the reason why I harp on that is because your time is extremely important as a man. If your hair is that much of a priority that you're going to sit down in the chair for 6 hours and look at this, they're not working on their bodies, their physique, all this other stuff. And then not to mention that it's a detriment, because if you're at a job interview and somebody sees, oh, they got braids. Most people with braids aren't associated with good hard work and labor and meritocracy. I'm just going to call it like it is. If I'm an employer and I see your hair like the guy with the blue shirt or the guy with this guy, I'm going to be like, oh, damn, this guy could be the anchor that weighs my company down a little bit. I don't know how much hard work. I mean, I'm just making an assumption, right? Stereotypes have a little bit of truth. Like, am I wrong, chat? I'm just saying. As soon as I see this hair, I'm going to be like, oh, this person's not going to be the most professional image for my job. Crazy. It's just insane, man. Crazy.
Black women say their hair is hard to manage too, but they wear wigs. So why don't black men just put on wigs, just like black women?
You're a grown-ass man wearing a wig. It's not the same. Double standards are real.
Okay. Do you believe black women should wear their natural hair, or should they resort to wigs because their hair is hard to manage?
They could do whatever the fuck they want.
No, see, look, this guy's a feminist. He's a major feminist. When you say women can do whatever they want, they already are. They're deleting your baby in the womb. You have no say-so, sir, because you allowed this. It's this belief system that lets them do whatever. You and your home are not going to set this standard. Men set the trends for society and standards, not women. The reason why we are here right now with feminism is because you refuse to set a standard. Women can do whatever they want. You guys heard it here first. This is Feminism 101, infiltrating the black culture and community.
Why you say it? Okay.
But black beauty is a real thing, so it's just like they have a lot of hair to maintain. But as men, it's just like double standards are real. So it's just like, just resort to what you got. If you start wearing extensions, you're not even going to feel proud to call yourself a real
And for
man.
example, if a woman was trying to pull off a buzz cut, like she gonna get made fun of. Like a nigga can do that. But it's also like if they want to wear a wig one day and they don't fuck with how they're here.
Because we're men. That's why we can do this, because we're not going to spend 30 minutes in the mirror. Matter of fact, it's more masculine to prioritize hard work over beauty standards. Like, we don't care about beauty that much. Like, yeah, hard work in the gym, things like that. But that's not like the same thing as beauty, because a woman going in to get lip fillers and getting, a wig put on and getting a BBL, there's no meritocracy that went into that. You're just getting fake artificial things. But if I go to the gym, I'm literally killing myself. I have to work. I have to refrain from eating junk food. I have to train. Disciplined diet is hard work. I have to fast from certain foods. And there's a lot of shit ton of discipline that goes into that. But as far as the other side, just buy a $10 wig. How much work are you doing? You're paying money for this. You can just be whatever you want. Lazy shit.
Hair look, and that it took a while to manage. So
Right.
I feel wearing a wig sometimes, but I don't want to promote self-hatred. Like if you don't fuck with your hair because you hate yourself, like that's bad too.
But I mean, that's why a lot of them do it. Like a lot of them, they're not just putting on a wig because they like the style. A lot of them actually do not like their hair. this is why you see them constantly in wigs all the time. Because could you imagine like putting on a wig that looks like your hair every day and covering your natural hair up?
It's up to the woman. I think there's more of a question you should ask women. Like,
but if you
Look, he's saying it's up to what's up, Emmett. He's saying it's up to women. I don't think it's up to women. I think that's dumbest shit in the world, and it's how we ended up here. That's the thing, though. If you tell a woman it's up to you all day, but if men banded together and they said, we're not dating women with fake hair, we're not dating women with BBLs, if you get lip fillers and injections, guess what the women are going to do? They're going to say, damn, nobody's paying me any attention. They're not giving me free dates because they don't want to date women with fake hair and weaves and extensions and stuff like that. We got to change this because the men have always led the trends and led these and set the boundaries in the household. But this is what the feminism of black men has led to. What's up, Emmett? How you doing, man?
Yo, Marte, just want to ask you, because you never answered I don't know if you saw my message on Discord, but you never answered when you want to do it.
Oh, that guy never responded, but maybe he was working a job. He said he'll get back to me as soon as I had like 4 messages like that of people that wanted to debate me. But a lot of them will say, well, I'll debate you. And then I never hear from them sometimes. The liberals are cowards, man. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's why I sent you the message on Discord. And I said, this guy wants to debate. Will you host it? You know, it's crazy. I appreciate you being available for that because a lot of people, they'll be like, well, I've got a busy schedule. Let me see if I could work you guys in. I'm just like, man, Emil, just look it up. He'll let me destroy and slaughter somebody at his channel for free. I don't care.
Yeah, somebody. If you find a date, just let me know because sometimes I'm like right now I'm kind of sick, so it just I don't know. Sometimes I'm sleeping at weird hours, but just let me know.
I thought vampires don't get sick. Wow.
I'm not a vampire, Martin.
Wow, bro, you are. Stop the cat, bro.
How many times do I have to tell you? Wait, let me
bro,
go
you
get some.
are a vampire.
You know what I had for you know what I have for dinner today?
What do you call the thing with blood that they make into a looks like a meat sausage?
No, chicken popcorn.
So you had a bloody maybe?
Chicken popcorn. It was great.
Bro, why are you teasing me here, bro? You're just you know what I had? I had chicken with garlic all over it. That's what I had.
Oh well, mine was better. It was fried chicken popcorn. It was
great. What? I might have to bring Blade into the chat. Meet Blade. He kills vampires. I might have to bring him up on the stage. Let's see how this works out well for you, Emmett. He represents the black coon culture too. So he happens to be a vampire killer too, and a coon. You should already bring him up, bro. Best of both worlds, a coon vampire killer. Yes.
Okay, I see. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know what I had to eat. I'm gonna leave. I wasn't sure if it was still on or not. I just want to be sure so I didn't miss anything.
I'll follow up, man. I got like 23 death threats on Threads. And it's so stupid. Those liberals it's a cesspool over there, man. I'll get back to you.
People are still angry at me when I was for asking questions. What do you want me to tell you?
What? Wait, was this a different incident that I'm not privy to?
So remember I'll mention it real quickly. Remember the debate between the witch and Daria about
that one,
eugenics, yeah. Well, people are very angry at me because I said during that debate specifically to the witch, I told her that she should just have to come out and be authoritarian and tell us about what she actually wanted instead of pretending to be a libertarian. And then they said that I didn't understood the argument she was making for some reason because I don't know. I'm too Mexican sometimes, so maybe it's that. And that led up to people asking me for wanted to argue with me, and then when I went to argue, I just started asking questions about the worldview, and people got like, oh, you're just an ortho bro, and you're debate broing and stuff, and it's like, dude, I'm not even debating. I'm just asking you questions.
I think it's funny that they call people ortho bros that aren't orthos. It's just really weird.
Well, it's just it is. It's just what it
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't even
I guess-
matter. Like they will. They're only. It's not even about orthodoxy. It's about Andrew Wilson. I'm pretty sure that it's just about Andrew Wilson. It's just another way of saying, oh,
Well,
you're a fan of Andrew Wilson, and that
I don't
makes
even think
you
it's Andrew Wilson
bad
because
faith.
Andrew doesn't even lead debates with theology. It's not his specialty. It's not what he.
No,
barely
it
does that.
is. It is because the last time I was on one of there, it was pretty much, oh, you're just an Andrew Wilson fan, and you're a bad faith, and yeah, they don't even. It's not about theology at all. It's just speaking about the Wilsons.
Because when I talk to most people, they never bring up Andrew Wilson when they bring up Ortho Bro.
But no, they do.
Oh,
They
here we
do.
go. I got it right here. The AI overview that sourced the whole meme, the origination came from medical social media, TikTok, Reddit as a stereotype of orthopedic cert. What the?
You're taking something different. No,
Wait, hold on. Let me stop. Okay.
No,
Let me
you stop the cap. Stop the cap. They use it to refer to people like Andrew Wilson,
Oh,
Jim
I got it
Bob,
right here.
and
It says it came from
Jay
Ortho Bros are the Chadley hypermasculine meatheads that are Christians. Doesn't it? Andrew's not a meathead. He's not like Andrew's not a meathead at all. That's what they're saying.
The Chadwick's hypermasculine Christian.
Yeah, that's what it says. It's a hypermasculine Christian meathead. That's what Ortho Bros is.
Oh fuck. Then I am an ortho bro. Fuck it. I don't care.
Oh, well, you can identify as whatever you want. I identify as a coon, so I mean, it's for 20. What are your pronouns, Emmett? Emmett has pronouns now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna go with Emmett's pronouns.
I have always had pronouns. It's your grace. Okay. I'm a count.
Oh, okay. The vampire Freudian slip just came out. Gotcha. Okay,
I'm a
cool.
count. So
Yeah.
it's like that time that people
Freudian
were like,
slip.
you're promoted you're gonna be promoted to a lieutenant, and I'm like, wait, I already
said
have a ward title. I'm a count. I already
Yeah,
have a
if you
ward
hear
title.
this, he said out of one side of his mouth, he says, I'm not a vampire. And then the next side of his mouth, he says, I'm a count. Go figure. The
Count.
Freudian slip is real.
Count. It has nothing to do with being a vampire. Count is a nobility title that is used in war as well.
No, hold on. You've said it before. You said 1, 2, 3. Count from nobility didn't really say that unless it was the vampire count that said that mostly on Sesame Street.
You know what? I'm gonna
Yeah,
ban you
you've
from
been
my stream.
busted and you were out, bro.
You had a moderator, but now you don't have no moderator. Okay. I'm gonna
What
ban
are you
from-
talking about? I do got a moderator. Crazy. Anyways, been having a moderator, bro. I got moderators all in the chat.
Did you see my? I would recommend you to take a look at my debate yesterday if you wanna see a lefty lose his mind and just wanna speak about my religion instead of taking the argument of why God is necessary for morality.
I'll check it out, but I don't really do theological debates. That's why I never look at
It was
them.
not theological. It's not theological. It's just logical.
Well,
I don't
know,
do theology debates.
But if they're going to talk about, well, why isn't God logical? Well, that's going to be in the circumference or in the realm of theology.
It's necessary. Necessary for ethics.
Right. That's like in the realm of theology. Like you can't say, well,
No,
it's not a
isn't.
theological debate or
It
it
isn't.
is. It is.
No, because there's three ways. It's just about morality, right? So I'm breaking
Right, but
down
when
the
you
idea
say
of morality.
Whenever you say
Yeah.
God, what does that reference to? What does it point to?
Well, in my case, it's pointing
Right.
towards orthodoxy.
Right.
But
It is.
yes,
It's
but
adjacent.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about
But I'm saying it's
ethics.
theological adjacent at least. You can't say it's not. That's what I'm saying. So
No, it isn't. Let me
It
tell
is.
you the argument. Let me give you the argument if you want it. Okay,
Explain
the
to me.
argument's
Go
very
ahead.
simple. There's three ways of looking at morals. One is subjective, the other one is collective, and the last one is it has to have an authority. It has to.
Yeah.
So the first one, if you say that it's subjective, it's not actual morality. You're not talking about what's good and evil. It's just preference. It's my preference. If it's
relativism.
collective, if it's collective, it's again, you're not talking about what is actually good and evil. It's just
Ad
about
populum.
it's just force. It's just whatever force is being applied to
Force.
society.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just force. Force and coercion, right? That's the only thing that matters in when it comes to the collective. So if you're talking about what is good, you have to point towards a god. I'm not gonna go into which god because it's not necessary for the debate. You have to point towards something greater than you are, and you can use the a transcendental. You can use the transcendental argument to
That's
say
theological
that God is.
automatically. Yeah.
No, you point towards transcendental argument, but that's all you have to do. You don't have to go into
Right.
any of the religious. You don't have
But
to
hold
go
on.
into any
You don't
of
have
anything
to do
else.
that, but it's referencing that it's adjacent to a theological argument.
Well, yeah, but you're only using it to the point in which God is necessary, but you don't have to go into any of the other points of theology.
Yeah. Look, it can be theological without having to be like an exegesis. Yeah, if you get my drift, meaning like it could be safe theological like argument,
Yeah.
meaning like I have an authority in the head that's already theological already without having to dive into that. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's very surface level, right? But still
Yeah, it's
theology.
very surface level. Yeah, well, you're pointing towards
Theology,
God, right?
Yeah.
But even if you say, for example, even if we were to say, well, I believe in many gods, the idea of many gods will still be theological. So you're still appealing to God in a sense.
Yeah.
So the point of the debate is just to say in order for you to talk about good or evil and make it something else than it's just your preference or force in the collective, you have to be talking about God. You have to appeal to this higher being. That is the point. So I don't know if you wanna. I'm not saying to put it on the stream or anything like that. If you wanna like listen to it for a little while and just get the argument, I recommend it. So you have it in your back pocket if you want to.
Yeah. I mean, I won't because I don't have an interest in theological argument or even like adjacent ones that point to like even like a higher authority, right? I think the most I'll get to that is like if I'm doing force doctrine and somebody asks me, well, what's my ethical foundation? I'll say, well, damn, now I have to say Christianity or Orthodox Christianity, something like that. But I'll try to like run away from it as much as possible because I don't want to touch it. Emmett, I would even go so far as to say like you have more of a damn, how do I even word this? Like, I would be the last person in the room touching theology, like compared to you, and you're not even a catechumen yet, I think, baby. But it's like I would be like, they'd be like, well, how does the Orthodox want to do this? But you can do this because of my past, my history. People don't forget. We seen what happened with Nala Ray. I'm the person that's with most trying to be a little bit more humble. I mean, I need to be the last person touching theology with my history. Like that's the way I'm approaching it, and that's why I had the attitude I do. That's why. So
No, I understand, but I'm just saying that I don't touch about. Like yesterday, they were talking about a word in the Bible, right? And they're like, oh well, how do we get to the actual knowledge of what the word means? And my answer is just go to an Orthodox priest who will tell you. That is as far as I would go when it comes to exegesis or anything like that. But the whole point of why I said about what I tell you about this is you can have it as a way of refuting, or if you go into, for example, force doctrine, that's a really good way of refuting the idea of subjective morality. It becomes collective, right? It becomes force doctrine. So even if they say, well, I don't like it, it doesn't matter because they still reference the collective. They still reference force.
yeah, I mean, maybe. But I think my wheelhouse is like race. it's like race.
Oh well,
liberal.
Someday
Maybe.
I'll have. Yeah, next time I have a race debate, I'll be sure to have you on, because there's nothing more than I like than being on your panel when talking about race. You remember that time someone got really mad at me on your panel because I started making the joke about being part of Bank of America collections department?
I think so.
And you were like, "Oh, I thought you guys knew each other." And it was like, "No, we don't know each other." Anyway, thank you for having me on. I just wanted to be sure that I didn't miss anything. Have a good one.
I wanted to have the debate on Abe's channel, the Foursquare thing, and I was like, hey, how come you guys, and this is what I didn't understand, you're going to have four white guys talk about if race is real or something like that, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then when I asked Abe, I was like, why don't you let a black guy come in? He was like, oh, we'll see. And then you know what he told me? He said, after we get done with the debate, you can come in the after panel. Oh, so you want the black person to get the scraps after the white people get done with it? Gotcha. Like, it's like, okay, cool.
Okay, I tried to, like, I told him that he had to cut you in there, and it would have been better. And I think you should have been in that debate. I'm not gonna. I think you were. It was your wheelhouse, and you should have been there. But
he was like, if he told me this in the messages, he said, if there's something that we didn't get right, you can go ahead and afterwards and correct it. And I was like, they used to do that back in the day when everybody got done with their plate. They gave the scraps to who? Like, it's like, come on, bro. It's like Abe Lincoln, of course. Yeah. Yes, of course it's gonna happen. It's like,
he could max you, okay? So I agree with if that is the case, I agree with Abe Lincoln, because you ought be grateful to he who freed you.
Yeah, well, I should be grateful for the scraps I get, I guess. It's like, I gotta just be grateful for the scraps. I didn't have to work the fields that day, so maybe I'm happy I got a little bit of scraps. It's good.
You got the scraps, and then you didn't have to work the fields.
I got the handout, whatever was left over after they get done with the meat and everything else. Here's the bones, Marte. Just maybe you got some flavor still on them. I don't know.
Did you see me go after one of them at the after panel when he was like, "Oh yeah, I would love there's people."
Nah, because I got told I was gonna get the scraps, and I was like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm not even watching it." That's just, I didn't even watch it, bro. I was like, whatever. It's kind of salty.
I went in the after panel for a little while there, and they were talking about, one of them decided to talk about how good it was that now in American society, like, they are not like, just that in his church he sees white couples and black, like mixed race couples, and so great. And I just went berserk, because I find that to be like virtue signaling. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no virtue in mixed race couples. Like, the virtue is the family in and of itself, and I don't care if there's mixed race or not. It's like, why you even mention it? It's so dumb. Like, that doesn't matter if they're mixed or not. It's dumb.
I agree.
I went full blown, like, this is stupid. Why would it matter? It shouldn't matter.
I would have exaggerated even more so. It just made it sound even worse. Yeah. It's insane.
There's a video of Vic covering it, because I actually started
check it out, man.
at them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out. If Vic has it, either send it to me or I'll go look it up after the stream. So
I'll send it. He had it, so I'll just send it to you.
Sounds good, man. I'm just gonna be covering degenerate dumb black culture stigma stereotype stuff real quick, and
then as I said, I just wanted to be sure I didn't miss anything. It was mostly I just wanted to know about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I got a lot of liberals saying that they want to debate me, and I said, fine, let's set it up. But the follow through is usually they run off and get scared. I don't know why. It's a lot of cowards over there. So yeah, crazy. No figure,
because they don't know how to mute.
Yeah. There's a guy that wanted me to go to TikTok, and he's like some YouTube or some Jubilee All-Star. And I was like, that doesn't mean anything. I was on Jubilee and I destroyed Brian. Like, that doesn't mean anything. You just want me to go to TikTok so you can have your 6 people on the panel jump me while you're debating me at the same time. So you need all that help to face little old me. No, let's go to YouTube. And he doesn't want to do that.
Okay. I'll be seeing you. Have a good one. Take care.
Sorry, man. Sounds good. Take care, man. Yeah, chat, we're going to get into the stream real quick. Not going to be too long. This clip is pretty short anyways. What do I got? Like 6 minutes, 5 minutes left on this stream, this video right here. Let's go.
You guys had a preference. Would you pick natural or fake?
Don't matter.
What about you?
I say,
how do you not have a preference? I want natural. Why do you want all this fake stuff? You want fake hair, fake BBL, fake injector lips, like everything fake? Crazy.
Do whatever makes you look good.
I love the natural beauty.
I love that.
Natural beauty.
Yes, sir. It was
okay. Well, natural beauty it is. I'd rather have that, because that's the thing though. Like, if there's any other race that's going to catfish you worse than anybody else, it's going to be black women, because once they take off the hair, the nails, like everything else. Like it's a whole different person, man. It's like, yeah, of course I like natural. Like this is divided. There are people that are like, I like you just the way you are. You can dress however you want and do whatever you want. You never want to tell women this in 2026, because when they hear, well, he says I can do whatever I want, you're turning her into the leader of your household. That's really what you're doing. You mean you don't have a standard anymore? Yeah, you just became a follower.
Nice to meet you guys. I love your hair.
Thank you.
How do we get more black women to be just like you with the natural hair?
I don't know. Black women accept your hair. Exactly. You
said-
can wear anything.
You know what's crazy? I dated a girl that looked exactly like the girl on the left, but she was black and Asian. So it's a little bit different. It wasn't like full-blown black culture degenerate Shaniqua. It was kind of like she had like some parts of the discipline that came with the Asian culture, and then just like the sprinkle of black that was in there. She looked like the one on the left a little bit. Not trying to tell myself a little bit too much.
Black women are very diverse, so we wear whatever we want. We don't always have to wear natural.
But she was like Asian and very big into social media. Crazy.
We don't always have to wear straight. Exactly. Like we can do whatever we want with our hair.
The interesting.
And she didn't sound like that either. She didn't sound really ghetto. She sounded really like if she talked to you on the phone, she'd sound white. It's crazy. It's almost like looking at one of my exes.
Thing is that I wasn't even talking to this girl. I was talking to the one with the natural hair. But every time I go up to a girl and I compliment her natural hair, the girls around her that are wearing the fake hair, I feel like they get jealous. And this is why she will be the one to kind of debate with me. Not even the one with the natural hair. It will be her because she is simply jealous. I didn't compliment her, but I complimented her friend with the natural hair.
But isn't natural the best way to go for a black woman?
I mean, it depends. It's whatever they want to do.
Yeah, look, the sisterhood is going to support the sisterhood. It's whatever they want to do. Oh, okay. So you don't want to promote. You don't have any kind of stance on this at all. Lord have mercy.
But so why do like you guys wear fake hair and wigs and weaves today? Like why not?
Blacks wearing their heads.
That is valid, but let's not deflect on the black men, right?
No, I'm not deflecting. I'm just like.
Damn, Paul over here with the slam dunk when she goes to sleep. Half of her is in the bedside table. Yeah, crazy work here, bro. And then not so Voltaire with the lottery pick of the decade right here. Funny thing is, my wife is at 8.5, and I don't deserve her. I thank God for her. Yeah, not everybody's lucky, man. This just is crazy. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me full screen real quick. I have a dating story that happened last month. I can't believe I'm going to tell. This is my personal life, real quick. I'm going to tell you right now. So I had a date, and I don't like give black women a shot that much. She was like 6'1", and we were in Scottsdale, and I had ordered reservations to go get it was like Ocean 45 or something like that. I forgot, some really fancy restaurant. And I was like, look, I don't take women on fancy restaurants. I usually do the coffee date, whatever. But I was so hungry, and their salmon and all this was the best. Like it was so good, and I was gonna roar. I was like, you know what? She's just coming with whatever, right? So, this is gonna be a really wild dating story, real quick. Damn, but please pray for me as I tell you guys this. This is a crazy dating story. I can't believe this happened. So I went to Ocean 45 and I got a table. She had told me she was going to be 20 minutes late. And I said, you know what? Whatever. I was so hungry. I didn't care, right? I got a table at a booth. She came in 20 minutes later, and then she had like her high heels. So she was probably like 6'3", whatever. Tall, slender, light-skinned black woman. Sat down at the booth, and she actually looked better than her pictures, which is rare. So she put her purse down, and I had like got a Diet Coke, and she had sat down, and she was like, she said, yeah, I know, I'm late. It's fine. You'll deal. I'll deal. Wait, hold on. Wait, what do you mean I'll deal? Like I literally told her this. I said, what do you mean you'll deal? And then she says, sorry, I was trying to be funny. I'm not really that good at humor. I said, okay, well, I thought, like, because that's disrespectful to tell me this. And she said, sorry, my humor's not the best or whatever. And it's been late. I apologize, whatever. I was like, oh, whatever. I thought I was going to hear red flags or whatever. So I had ordered like a steak, rice, whatever this is. And I got like a salmon. I was eating a lot. Then came time for her to order what she was going to get. She got the lobster. She got salmon. She got steak. She ordered a $200 bottle of wine. She got like dessert. I was like, there's no way this woman's eating all that. And then she ordered $200 on my tab of a bottle of wine. I said, what the hell's going on? I said, listen, I said, you're honestly going to eat all this? And then she said, pfft. She was like, she did that whole thing. And I was like I paused and I was like, all right, now you're being disrespectful. And you're ordering like $200 bottle of what champagne, whatever it was she got. I don't drink. So I don't know nothing about the alcoholic beverage section and stuff. And so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but they brought over like the bottle with the metal tub of ice, whatever the hell this thing was. I haven't drank in like 10 years. I don't like to taste alcohol. But I said, hold on. I said, not only did you show up late, and I'm very outspoken. I told her, I said, not only did you show up late, but you've ordered like $600 worth of food. This is great. And then she was like, oh, so you're broke too. And I was like, I'm not broke, but there's no way you're eating all this. She said, the reason why I ordered this is because the lobster I'm taking home, because I'm eating that tomorrow. This right here, I'm eating, later on throughout the week. And then this is because I thought I'd treat myself. Chat, I was so like, I said, and on top of that, you showed up late and now you're telling me you have to leave early. We barely even had a conversation and she started getting the doggy bags ready. And I said, listen, this date's over. I told her this date's over. This is where it got wild, chat. I said, this date is over. And then she said, hell yeah, it is over. She put stuff in the doggy bag real quick, and then she slides the silverware over where it knocks over on the floor and makes a big racket. Everybody else, there's a lot of white people in this restaurant, turns over and looks at me, and she says, hell yeah, this date's over. I don't want to date broke guys anyways, and I'm tired of dating broke guys because I gave you a chance. And she said, the problem with this is not only was I running late, but you're also broke. She's accusing me of being broke. And then slammed all the silverware and then everybody's looking at me thinking I'm going to get embarrassed. And I say, you know what? I'm good. Whatever. So she storms out, takes her food with her. And then I go ahead and finish my drink. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, my food didn't even come out yet. I told the person, don't even bring my food. I'm not eating. They said, that's fine. It took a while. It's fine. We're not going to bring food out. That's fine. But her food came out before mine. So none of my food came out. I'm sitting in the booth and everybody's staring at me like I should be embarrassed. I drink my Diet Coke and I'm sitting there and I finish it. And I said, you know what? I'll go get a burger from a different restaurant. I'm fine. So I tidied up my clothes and stuff, brushed myself off and started making a beeline towards the front entrance. The guy at the podium at the front of the restaurant, the fancy restaurant, stops me. And I look down at his hand and he said, you're paying for all that. No, I'm not. I'm not paying for shit. I told the guy. And he said, the young lady ordered all this. You're paying for that. I said, what you did was you let this lady order all that shit, $600 worth of shit, and leave. I didn't order that, and I'm not paying for it. So then he said, fine, I'm getting the manager. I said, go get him. So the guy went and got the manager, right? He went and got the manager. Manager came out, and I explained to him. I said, you allowed this woman order $600 worth of stuff and leave. I'm leaving. I didn't order any of that stuff. That was on her. The manager said, let him go. So I left. I left. And then I called one of my boys and said, hey, bro. Hey, are you free? Let's go have a cheeseburger, bro. So I had a cheeseburger, fries, the rest of the evening. That was the wrap, bro. And I'm just like, I don't care who this woman models for. She thinks she's a model, whatever it is. Like, I'm done. I'm good. That was literally like one of the last dates I had like last month. It was ridiculous, man. It was crazy. Yeah, so they thought I was gonna pay for $600 on this date of like stuff that she ordered. And then she got pissed and left with a doggy bag. Like, she literally ripped them off for $600. They let her leave. But they were thinking I was going to be a simp and pay for all this stuff. I was like, no, I'm not paying for all this stuff. You got out of your damn mind if you think I'm paying $600 for whatever that champagne thing was, lobster steak, and you let her order all this and leave. Yeah, but I think any other guy would have been like, damn, I got stuck with the bill. I'm going to pay for all this, because I was ready for the cops to show up. I was ready. I was like, I'm not paying for this. You got to arrest me because I didn't order any of this, and I'll see you in court. Let them tell me that I ordered any of the stuff. No, I didn't order it. You allowed this patron to leave after she ordered stuff and then leave. That's on you guys, bro. I'm not paying for this shit, so it's whatever. Crazy. Insane, bro. Says there's only whites in Scottsdale. It was a lot of it's crazy. Scott says that's not a date. That's a donation for her crazy. Polly said scam. Sometimes these women have agreements with restaurants. Is that true? Does that really go on? Insane. Brian Shapiro would have paid in Blade Trunks. He should have definitely did that, bro. Paul said, yeah, you did good. I did, bro. I'm not paying $600. That's a grown-ass woman that ordered all that shit and left. It's a grown-ass woman, bro. That's crazy. Should have taken her to Rojas Fried Chicken. Oh, shut up. Try to clown me from the chat. Crazy, bro. This is my moderator, bro. Moderator's on the loose, bro. The guy's, I'll just blame it and say he got rabies. That's what happened. He got rabies and went wild in the chat on me, bro. All right, let's continue with the content. Oh, crazy. I just had to tell you that crazy dating story that happened like last month. Insane, bro.
Why is there a double standard?
No, so I also do not agree with a black man spraying his lineup, because that's the same as a black woman putting on a wig. I feel like we all should be natural, just like this girl right here, who's a good example of that.
No comment.
You guys don't feel like black women?
Because she has to stick with the sisterhood. She has to go ahead and align. She can't deviate. Otherwise, it's backstabbing if you be honest and tell the truth. What the hell? Crazy. See, this is like feminism max here.
Women are trying to be white by, wearing wigs and stuff like that. Here, actually.
You're from DC, what part?
Yeah. No, Virginia.
She probably had her hair pressed and permed, and she doesn't want her natural hair, and she feels judged because everything natural it's antithetical to her doing this.
Virginia? Okay, that makes sense.
What do you mean that makes sense?
See, this is what black women do. They'll try to shame you for being honest with them. What just happened is wild. This is naturally what happens.
What does that mean? Y'all don't want
Look, Chet, I might have to go to like ASU, one of like the university, and just interview people like this and just ask them questions like this. This is like right up my alley right here too, anyways.
Answer the questions?
No, because it's like, are we still having that conversation in 2025?
Yeah, because you guys are still in denial about this in 2025. Crazy.
I want to promote natural hair. That's the point. And I feel like a black woman...
Focus on natural hair. Right now, you should be focused on what Trump is doing to our people. You should be focused on other things. Me wearing my weave, her wearing her hair out is not the biggest problem right now. Like in the black...
Yo, from Bumbly in this hot-ass state, man. Insane. I was outside working today. But anyways, yep, they've done that for years in foreign countries. Women paid to pull in men and pay for expensive bottles of champagne. Well, Scott... that ain't going to work on me, because it sure didn't work on that last date that I was in. It's crazy, bro.
Community. My hair natural all the time as well.
That is not natural. Stop the cap. You have a perm in. You had your hair straightened. That's crazy. Your hair does not fall down like that naturally.
Wear this too. You can't like just judge people by their outside perspective.
You can judge people by their outside perspective. If I have somebody walk into my establishment and said he's going to be a hard worker and he's obese and 300 pounds, do I think that he's going to be behind? Do you think that I'm going to have a labor shortage all built in with one guy? Yeah. The way that you look, it is an example of your self-discipline. That's one good example of that. Now, if you're this fashionista and you put in like 6 hours in the mirror every day, I'm going to probably think that other things are less of a priority than your looks. There's so many examples I can give of this. Bodybuilders, for example, of course, your physique's more important than a lot of things. That's another I can go on ad nauseum about this.
But black women are funding the hair industry, and the money's not even going to black families. It's going to Asians and whites.
Damn, that was a good point. That is so true. This money goes to every community except for the black community. I can't wait to hear what she's got to say. What do you have to say for yourself? Like, what's the comeback you can come up with this? Matter of fact, a lot of fake hair has a lot of cancer-causing chemicals in this. So it's like, so you're going to get cysts, ovarian cysts, a lot of melanomas from this, everything else. So much fake hair has chemicals that cause cancers. It's insane.
So it's like, we need to make that interesting.
But there's also black women that sell, bundles as well. And you want to know, I support black women that sell bundles. That's where I got the hair from.
I feel like your natural hair.
Oh, so that's not even her hair. This isn't even a perm. It's worse than that. Crazy. These are extensions. That's even worse.
It looks way better than a bundle.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
Right. That's your opinion. Natural hair is beautiful. Straight hair is beautiful. People are diverse. So
it was nice to meet you.
Yeah, they can't even answer the question at all. Everybody's everything. It's good because it's good. Yeah. It's moral relativism in the black community running rampant. They can't even hold a position and support, something that's original. They have to support each other, even if it's a lie to their face.
What is wrong with niggas today?
Oh my God, they're short.
Oh, short. Here we go. Yeah, from Bumbly. I'm thinking about going to ASU and possibly doing this. This sounds crazy, but the only thing is, my biggest concern about going to ASU, because I could do that and then do this live on campus. That would be cool. Is somebody will hit me up and say, you need a permit to do this. That's where I don't want to get fined. So I have to look into that. That's something I'm very interested in doing, is going to ASU and doing this. By the way, here we go.
They're short. So you shame short men? Why?
Yeah, they're short. They don't go to war anymore. They drink too much. They talk a lot. They're feisty. They fight back. They fight back with women. They think.
Wait, hold on. You mean they fight back against these masculine women out here that are also obese, that don't control and have portion control, don't control what goes in their mouth, one of the easiest things to do. And then they keep talking and nothing rationally comes out of their mouth or makes sense. And then on top of that, they have fake hair and weaves and extensions like this woman here. And then I guarantee you that those aren't even her eyelashes. How much of you is real, ma'am? I bet you that leather isn't even real leather. It's probably pleather.
They're women. They're Greek. That's another problem.
And the dumbest thing is, though, on dating apps, since we did talk about dating apps, the problem with this is I can't filter for fat women and trans women, but I have to put height down as a guy. How much sense does this make? Like, dating sites are so one-sided that everything else is catered towards women. Nothing caters to men in dating sites because you have to divulge everything, your height. How come we can't filter for trans people and fat people? Chat, does any of this make sense to me? All this is just appealing to women. Crazy. And then Relentless says, a whole forehead. Yeah, that's true. She got a 5 head, not even a 4 head.
So why do they pay for shoes and clothes, but they don't have enough money to pay for food for the little nigga babies?
Right. They're baby daddies. That's another problem.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot. I go to the list.
So you don't feel like black women are to blame to why black men act like this?
Do wrong.
You were talking about the highest divorce rate, highest single mom rate. Women initiate on a good day, 87% of the divorces in the black community. Wild. So, but they're not responsible for any of this. Crazy.
Because I feel like black men, they wear all the new shoes and designer for the black women, right?
No, they just do it to do it because they like boys. That's what ties them. Like, yeah, they like boys. They do it for the boys. Because I never met a woman go up to a guy and be like, I like your Air Force 3s. I don't know what those are, but because they like boys.
So
they want it for boys.
So this might be like the flip side, but when a woman wears a wig, I never heard a man go up to a woman like, I like your wig.
Because they're gay.
What? What the hell is she talking about? And then not to mention this. Oh, here's another thing too. There was I don't want to tell too much of my personal life here. There were 2 women that hit on me. It was like it was recently too, and this was at work. This black woman, it was 2 black women that hit on me. One woman was a little bit older, one of them was younger. They both had said damn near the same thing. They said, "Ooh, you're probably a really good man. Unlike these other men, you probably got an education, everything, whatever, right?" We skipped to it. And I said, "Yeah, I'm cool. I'm not interested." I should have said I was taken. I said, "I'm not interested." Guess what they did? Called me gay. Oh, if I don't like you and I'm not attracted to you, I must be gay. That's what it is. Both of them, and that's common in the black community. If you reject them because they can't handle rejection well, they're going to call you gay. Well, if you don't like me, you must be gay. They're going to shame you for not dating them. What's happening right here, ladies and gentlemen? Same thing. Insane. And it makes no sense. Crazy. Where's the leaf blower guy? We need him. Yeah, I know. We need that guy bad. Where is he at? Paul says, I've been married for 30 years, met my wife at church. I feel sorry for the young people today. Dating has become so complicated. Not even that. It's not even complicated. It's very transparent. It's like, I think it's the opposite. It's very transparent. You know what you're getting into, but it's not going to change. That's the problem with dating today. Is right before you've got one of the most masculine women ahead of you, and changing this is going to be hell and high water for you to lead in that household. You know exactly what you're dealing with. Like, it's not that complicated to me, I think. It's going to tell you that it's strong black woman, meaning you know exactly what you're getting into. You're going to pay the price if you get into this relationship. Like, it's very clear and simple. That's what I think. I think it's actually the opposite. This black woman is going to tell you exactly who she is. And if you get into a relationship with her, you are going to pay the price because she told you who she was the first time. So that's the crazy part about this. Like, maybe I think it is complicated. If you think you can change this person, or you think you can change somebody's behavior if they're like, their feminism plus with 2 extra steps, like a 2-step system, like verification system on feminism. It's what black community is anyways. Just hyperbolic feminism galore. So you're right, but I also think the opposite is true for the most part. So,
hey, where are you getting this material from? Like, who told you this?
I know all the secrets, so that's basically
the secrets. You mean you made it the hell up? That's what it is. You just making stuff up.
the story.
Oh, you know all the secrets. They're just
Men
gay.
like boys. That's the nowadays. Like men like boys.
Well,
so the problem is men like boys. So is this projection here? Like, do you want people to be gay? That's what you're doing gay conversion therapy at Howard University. Is that what we're doing?
I'm not one of those guys. Okay, but
Listen, I'm there for the girls, the gays, and the bays, but I just don't.
So what do you like?
Men.
You like men?
Yeah.
But you like men taller than you.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Like, you don't like men my height.
Right.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Bro, you dodged a major bullet. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you dodged a bullet. No pun intended here, but look at the girl on the right of this guy. Damn, bro. Hold on real quick. Let's do this. Oh, damn, man. All right, anyways, let me not zoom in because I thought I could zoom in a little bit. That girl was looking crazy, Chad. Damn, man. I was like, what is that?
Because they're gays. Where are you getting this material from? I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Listen, I'm there for the.
you like men.
Yeah.
But you like men taller than you.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Like, you don't like men my height.
Right.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Yo, what is that on his right side? I don't even know what that is. That's crazy. Stop. People and she's holding a hand with another woman. And she's lesbian. That's insane. Looking like that. I mean, I guess men won't pick you, so you're gonna let me stop.
What is wrong with niggas nowadays?
Bro, I don't know, bro. They be trolling, bro. They be trolling too much.
They smoke too much.
Man, if this guy got out the car, the oil light would turn on. Let me stop. Let me stop before my channel.
Weed, like too much. They drink too much.
Too much.
They buy shoes and clothes, but don't have enough money to pay for little nigga babies.
That's bad.
Like what's going on with the niggas nowadays?
That's bad. That's very bad. That's
Very
very
bad?
sad. That's very bad.
Very bad and very sad. Listen to this guy.
Economical, geographical, economical world settings is like it's making it bad for the human beings to really live and communicate as a human beings. You know.
That's what I
You know
said
I'm trying to say,
too.
though?
I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't even think he knows what he said, to be honest with you.
I do.
And you missed the dap too. Man, the comprehension level is stifling at BCUs. Just think about this. What if you had WCUs, like white college universities? What if you had that? Oh, we can't have that because of double standards. That would be racist if we had all white universities.
Thank you for watching the video. If you would like to...
Yeah, that would be crazy. If we had all white universities, that would be just wild. Crazy. I don't know. But I mean, the double standard exists and it's wild. I don't understand, and I will never understand this. It's crazy. I'll be getting all the hate from the black community no matter what. That's Cope. I think you're referencing the women calling me gay because I didn't want to date them. They were not attractive, by the way, too. You can't shame somebody into dating you. That's wild. These women can't accept the truth and rather lash out than deal with it. Yeah, lashing out galore is crazy, man. Anyways, chicken God, man. Paul getting me hungry over here. Yes, the on the edge face, OT face. Anyways, that's me, man. But it's just insane, man. It boggles my mind. I will never understand this. You cannot shame another black man into dating you, black women. If your name is Shaniqua, I'm probably not going to want to date you. That's probably the most likely going to happen, man. I'm not dating you. If your name is Shaniqua or any of these names, I mean, hold on. Let me stop. Let's say Shaniqua was extremely feminine. Let's say that she spoke with great grammatical precision. She's extremely feminine and she's an Orthodox Christian, baptized, right? Shaniqua would probably have a chance, but you know what I'm doing? We're getting a name change. That's what's happening. Your last name is going to be my last name, but we have to change that first name. There's no way there's going to be a Shaniqua Raylis out there. That's crazy. We're not doing that because they can be like, Mark Tay married to Shaniqua? Yeah, we got to change that name, bro. This Shaniqua has been drugged through the mud so many times. I mean, Myron Gaines, part and parcel, did a lot of the dragging for that name. And then just Shaniqua in general on job applications isn't going to do well. Not that I want her to work because I'm going to be a tradesman, make enough money to where my wife doesn't have to go to work, to where she can be a stay-at-home mom. And if she wants to work a part-time job, I'm not going to stop her, to be honest with you. But we're going to be Orthodox Christians. We're going to have a nuclear family, and that's what's going to happen, man. So there it is there, man. I'll fight for my family. Crazy. Insane. We're changing that name. I'm not dating this Shaniqua. If she's gorgeous, educated, I mean, she doesn't have to be educated like to where she's got master's degrees and doctorates. But if she has a rational sense of the world, like where she's not speaking in Ebonics and she speaks really well, comprehension level, decent, enough to teach our children something in homeschool, and she's educating herself so that way she can be a good teacher at home for her kids. I'm changing your name. You're not going to be Shaniqua. You're going to be whatever, Lisa Raylis or Brenda Ray, anything but Shaniqua. We have to change your whole name. Your last name is going to be my last name, but we got to change the first name. That's crazy. Ain't no way I'm marrying a Shaniqua. We got to do a name change before you do the last name. All this, you got to overhaul that's happening right now. So anyways, just to brief you guys real quick, I do have a closing remarks real quick that's going to happen real quick. Let me play this real quick. So anyways, I have a debate coming up. And this debate that's happening is going to be, by the way, this song is called I'm a Incel Coon, whatever. So it's one of our Coon Tune exclusives that's playing. I have a debate with Jake Barr coming up. It's going to be me and Jake, and the guy's name is Jimmy. Forgot his name, Jimmy something. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this up real quick. His channel has 300,000 subscribers. Let me see if I can bring his channel up real quick. I might visit it real quick. Because I got to do some debate research anyways. Jimmy Snow the Line. Hold on, give me a sec, chat, real quick. He debates a lot of MAGA Christians, people like this. All right, I'm gonna check out his channel 1 second. I gotta see what I'm getting into. Me and Jake Barr are getting into. We're going to crash and purge his channel real quick. Let's go check this out. Well, I guess there's another debate they're doing. Let me go to one of his previous debates real quick. See what we're doing real quick. Gotta go to videos. Let's go to his most recent videos. Debating MAGA people. Let's go check. No, that person looks stupid. Here we go. I'm currently looking right now to try to see if he has a debate. We can look into that. All right, hold on. Here we go. This is the guy that me and Jake Barr are going to be debating. All right, turn that stupid music off real quick. Let's get into this right now. Who is this guy that I'll be debating? Let's go check it out.
Oh, my favorite state. I honestly think so. What?
This guy identifies as bisexual and a social democrat. The guy on the right, that's the guy that me and Jake Barr will be debating.
Wesley in Colorado. You are on the line with Javon.
Oh, so it's a call-in show. So we'll be debating a lot of liberals that call in.
And Jimmy, how old are you, Wesley?
Howdy, I'm 22.
Awesome. Wesley, would you like our live chat to refer to you as a he, a she, a they, or something else?
I'm very obviously a he.
Excellent. We will go with a he. It's not ever as obvious as you think it is. All right, Wesley.
So they're doing pronouns on his debate show. This is a really weird setup.
What point would you like to make?
All right. So again, I thought I was tripping for a second because I was like, another Wesley? And yeah. So anyways, basically what he was saying.
Like the guy on the left has like these streamer cat ears. He has socialist in his background. Who are they debating? So he's a socialist too? All right, let me stop. What the hell? Like, I gotta definitely back up real quick. I want to see where this guy's debating people. Like, because me and Jake are supposed to come up here. Here we go. Maybe it's this right here. Here we go.
Excellent. Okay, we'll fade into me. Give me a second. I'll here. Welcome everybody. This is Duologues, produced by The Line. I was gonna say On The Line, but we are actually simul streaming out to Euro's channel as well. This is going to be a debate between myself and Javon, Euro, and Dust.
Yeah, the guy in Florida, his name's Jovan. So we'll be debating this guy, Jimmy, and Jovan. It'll be me and Jake Barr versus this guy and some guy named Jovan. And maybe it's that black guy we were seeing earlier.
Who are representing the MAGA side. The way this one is going to work does require a little bit of audience participation. So
okay, so we're debating, and this is why I'm going to say it's an ambush. We're going to be outnumbered. It'll be me and Jake Var versus this guy, the other host, and his audience of leftist sycophants.
Have a call-in system that you can call at 619-DEBATES. That's 619-332-2837. Think of this as a town hall style debate where you will be able to call in and pose the question. And you can either pose the question to our team, the opposing team, or both. We'll have a system in place.
So all this is an inquiry that we're having. It's an inquisition. Is that what me and Jake Var are showing up to?
In fact, Euro, I know you're backstage right now. If you'll go to the group chat with Dustly and open that link, that most recent link, you will.
Let's fast forward this. I want to see what the panel looks like. Okay, so that guy is Trump 2028. And the guy on the right bottom looks like his name would be Jeb. So it's two leftists versus MAGA? The hell?
Right here.
You need to push your face away from right.
What kind of setup does Grandpa have? You know he's retired. And, I was in the war. You don't know anything about it, man. We was different then.
Now Donald Trump is the one mostly featured. His face is fully there. Okay, so if that's who we're debating, you know, and I might do the voice on his behalf, and it might. Now it's 3 versus 1. No, no, wait.
Wait, how can I see the vertical view?
I will cut to it for a little bit for the horror.
Oh man, what a bunch of amateurs! How can I see in the vertical review, bro? Like, oh god, here we go.
Co-hosting with Euro and Travel with Graham over there, and
Cool.
That's really all I got.
Javon.
Yeah, what's up? You guys know me. Jovan Bradley, Jovan_Bradley on everything. You guys are already part of the...
So I'm debating another coon while Jake Var debates a white guy. So I guess it's an even matchup.
300K of you that are on Instagram with me. The almost 100K.
So I wanted to give it an extra minute. Begins now.
Oh, it begins now. Who goes first, me or him?
You guys decide.
You can go first.
Man, look, they're not even ready. He's got 300,000 subscribers saying who goes first. Bro, out the gate, I'm coming out swinging. Out the gate, Jake Var is coming out swinging. That's what we're going to do. I'm swinging. Jake Var swinging. Kamala ain't shit. Matter of fact, Kamala, I don't want to, give the game away, but automatically, we're going for the jugular. Oh, that's what I'm telling Jay too. We got to do that, man.
First, Dusty.
Yeah, I believe there's more than that. There's 47 years of justification to be there in Iran, and I grew up. I'm quite a bit older than you other gentlemen here in the show.
All right, let's get to the argument. Come on,
if there's
man.
one regret I have, it would be George W. I really believe that what's going on in Iran should have been done a long time ago.
No, I can't agree with that. I don't. Name me one example where, and this isn't to their point. Name me one good example where we went ahead and put money and soldiers into a different country and somehow got something in return that was the equivalent of like justified for being there. Some justification. Hasn't never happened, man. To be honest, the only time in history when it's ever been justified is if we own the country that we then go into. And it's like, because we paid for that country with blood, with lives dying, we should own Iran. I think that's justification. I think if we go and American lives die and we save your country from a totalitarian regime, we should own Iran. The rest of the world can, whatever, screw off. We own Iran. That would have been a justification, and it would have ended that war, to be honest with you, because guess what? America has now broadened and widened. Iran is now America. Like that. Maybe somebody's going to disagree with me in the chat, but see, that's the only way I would have said we would have won the war. Hey, we had like 500, 300 soldiers die. How much is the price of blood? Well, that paid and purchased this country called Iran. It now belongs to us. Iran is now Iran in America. You're welcome. So I don't know. That's what I would say. But the war in Iran was inevitable. It was either going to happen in this administration or the next or whatever. All this was a stopgap. We're going to head into this. There's no way that Jimmy and the line can tell us, oh, it wasn't going to happen. They would have never. Okay, demonstrate that this would have never happened. You can't. It's unfalsifiable damn near, but still, I'm still going to ask the question. Anyways, God, me and these damn socialists that I have to debate. Crazy, man.
And it should have been done over Iraq even. We never found WMDs in Iraq, but we did find 60% enriched uranium in Iran, and you can't trust them. It's a known fact that they use the fog of war. They use one truth to anchor down four lies. So I don't trust.
What can you do with 60% uranium other than build a bomb? What else do you do with that? You can't build a nuclear facility. And also, this war has been going on for 47 years. If you just use ChatGPT or any of sources you want to use out there, you can see Iran has over 100 conflicts with the United States of America. We really have to go through the whole history. That's really the justification. In 90 seconds, I don't really have enough time to explain all that, but I guess it's the best way I can sum it up. Is it 90 seconds for each of us or both of us?
No. It's the both of you. So now now would be our 30 seconds to ask Clara.
Damn, he wasted his time on the question, bro.
Fires. I would ask to be more specific, unless truly you believe the justification for the war in Iran is reaching 60% uranium. I know that you also mentioned not being able to trust them. Do you believe not being able to trust a country is also justification to go to war? Javon, do you have anything? Hang on, Javon, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Just show proof that they were actually building weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
Well, it's been recently on TV that one of the Iranian nuclear scientists literally came on TV and said, yes, we were trying to build a bomb. This guy escaped out of Iran into Turkey, and I don't know where he's fleeing now, but he got out of there and he left. That's evidence right there. Plus satellite.
Anyways, Chad, I get the gist of what they're doing right now. Like, this is going to be a very interesting time for all of us. But that is our podcast, believe it or not. I just wanted to kind of do a spring up kind of a BS podcast, of like a chill stream, Q&A stream. If anybody want to come up, nobody want to come up. Interestingly enough, this was just for anybody, by the way. It wasn't just for liberals to debate like I let Emmett up or whatever. But that was it, man. I know I didn't have a topic for this episode or anything like that. I just wanted to do a Q&A stream. If anybody had any questions, comments, criticisms, whatever that is, and just kind of run it as is, see what would happen, because just worked a long ass day and just kind of want to blow off some steam. And one of the ways to do that is kind of like just kind of talk and vent and, just discuss some things like maybe woke autopsy, the upcoming debate we have. Jimmy Snow in the Line. That's his podcast. And we'll be on there doing this town hall thing, I guess. It's really weird. It's not even like a debate. It's I don't even know what you call it. 90 seconds and then 90s back and forth. It's weird. I'm going to watch the rest of that on my own time to kind of prepare for debate. Research for I don't even know if you would call that a debate, whatever that is. Me and Jake Var are going to show up on that. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But anyways, I hope all of you have a great night. I'm going to sign off because I got to eat some fried chicken since you guys all hit me with the fried chicken emoji. Yeah, appeal to melanin fallacy. That's what happened. But anyways, I'm out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great evening. And Christ is God.